So we want to talk about number 9 out of 9.6. What is this thing actually asking? So they tell us the relationship between time t and h, probably hours, right? To travel 500 miles, and the rate r in miles per hour. Yeah. So they want to know, right, is this proportional or inverse proportional? Right? So, in other words, I have to pick between t is k times r or t is k over r. Right? And they give me this kind of helpful picture, but I could really straighten this out myself. We could just think about what would happen to time if we increased our rate, right? So for instance, I could plug in like, okay, R is 50. That seems like a reasonable speed to drive. That's easy to think about how long it's going to take me to go 500 miles. So what does 50 correspond to?
50 the speed.
50 miles per hour. Okay, so I'm thinking R is 50. What does that tell me about time? It takes you 10 hours to go 500 miles, right? You guys see that? So R is 50 corresponds to T is 10. Cool?
Yeah.
Okay. What about R is 100? What does that correspond to? 5 hours? Okay, so when I pushed R up, what happened to T?
Down.
It went down, right? So these are inverse. Yeah, so really I'm picking this T is K over R, right? There's a thing that maybe you used in Algebra 1 for this, which is that you might want to remember that distance is rate times time. You guys see that? So if I fiddle this into one of these two forms, right, it's going to be this one. I'm not going to have time equals something times a rate. So in stating my answer, I'd say something like they're inversely proportional. So time is inversely proportional to rate. Cool. Questions, please? You can see this right here. This is a 1 over kind of a thing. If it was following this proportional relationship, what would the picture look like? Yeah, more of a direct increase, which we know and love as a line, a straight line, actually through 0, right? If you thought about this as time as a function of R, right? That's some k times R plus 0. There's your mx plus b form. Yeah? So the one we crossed out corresponds to a line, and the one we picked is this kind of hyperbola thing. Cool? Questions?